Hey guys, before we get into today's video, I wanted to give a special shout out to all of our members of this channel, and our members are Hayden Yao, Frankie Superdude, Magnus Nelson, ABT, Gatasushia, Jfish, Kirsch My Dreams, Jimmy C, Firedog Entertainment, Mikey, Adrian Pedraza, Kyle, St. Louis Cardinals 1984, Rude Boy, Boys of Summer, and Joffrey Iverson. Thank you to all our members for supporting the channel, and today we'll be looking at one of our members' teams and showcasing it today. This team belongs to Mikey. He runs an Orioles Diamond S set deck and an Orioles S set deck as well. Beautiful all black diamond team. Let's take a look at his batters first. He has leading off Mel Ott 1932, a legend card with Table Setter Masterclass right there. Nice diamond trainer. He has Pioneer on him. No other skills yet though, and that can be worked on with green tickets, but a beautiful card overall. Massive left side train, only 11 to the right side, which is beautiful. And his hitting stats are ridiculous and out of this world. You base stat adjusted for 81 contact and lower speed, and he's honestly not going to make much of an impact with the low speed he already has. So beautiful card hitting leadoff, just needs those last two skills, and he's really endgame and finished. Second in the batting order is a signature Adley Rutschman, and keep in mind guys, this is a free-to-play team, so this is very impressive from Mikey throughout. Adley Rutschman 23 here, took away from eye and added to speed. I'm assuming you probably went with a 5-tool train here. You did. You have a 5-tool skill with Contact Master and Slugger Instinct, another diamond trainer, home run hitter with that catcher option for the position option, and you did get high fielding and that base stat adjust to speed. Usually you don't want high speed on a catcher, but because he's got 5-tool, this will probably get him somewhere between the range of a 90 bonus to a 95 bonus by the looks of it. And let me know if you got this by a redistribution ticket for the train, or if this was just purely training high to the right side, because that's a lot of fielding and very little power and contact. But beautiful train overall. Adley Rutschman's best card, I'm pretty sure. Great second batter in the order. Third, we have Eddie Murray 1982, who is no longer in the game anymore. He was a historic player for a period of time, but now he's gone. 12 to the right side train here, 20 to power, 14 to eye, and 11 to contact. Good trainers right here. Power hitter, great gold skill, or gold trainer right there. Hard hitter, charisma, and spotlight. 5-3-3 or a 2-3-3 skill, and you did base that adjust for higher power. 82 power is not terrible with hard hitter, so very nice there. And charisma, spotlight are endgame. Really nothing to critique here about this card. It's basically perfect, and it's a great thing that you have his signature. Let me know where you got his signature from, whether it was a regular sig pack or did you get it from one of the free historic player packs from the anniversary event. I'm pretty sure he was there during the anniversary event, but that's very lucky of you to have that card who's no longer in the game. Brian Roberts 05 is your fourth batter in the lineup here with a diamond trainer. Power hitter for a second baseman. Not as great for a second baseman since he doesn't have as high power, but you did get that base stat adjusted to 74, so it works. Not the greatest though, but I will say it probably does very well for you. 12 to the right side, very low train to the right side again. Beautiful stuff, nothing to really critique there. Power hitter, or sorry, hard hitter prediction and charisma. Good skills. I'm not sure how well hard hitter is going to do, only at 74 base power. Eventually in the future you may want to change that, but with hard hitter, prediction, charisma, charisma being an end game skill, hard hitter being decent, and prediction is a good third, I assume Roberts is a great hitter. Honestly, slugger instinct, not slugger instinct, but strength into strength would be good for him since he is a switch hitter, but just a suggestion, later down the line you could probably look for that. Otherwise, no high critiques on this card. Great fourth hitter in your lineup. Fifth is Gunnar Henderson 23. I feel like Henderson should have gotten a higher base overall with the season that he had. He has super low fielding, which is kind of upsetting because I don't think he was that terrible in the field, unless Orioles fans, you know, if Gunnar Henderson was a bad fielder, or you could check his stats on Baseball Savant or something. 3-3-3 right here with laser beam, barrel it up, excuse me, and charisma. And as a shortstop, laser beam isn't terrible, but only for a catcher would really be what laser beam's used for. And if I could critique Adley Rutschman, laser beam, you don't have that. Instead of slugger instinct, laser beam would probably be better, so you could and probably should eventually go for laser beam and for Gunnar Henderson here, I would probably, you know, like you probably know already, look for a legend skill set here. It's a 3-3-3, so keep it for now. No special trainer on him. I would get a special trainer ASAP on him. At least having the special trainer on him will increase his performance, even if it doesn't get a position option. I've heard that it's just important to get that special trainer on him, whatever it is, even if it's elite fielding. Since he's a shortstop, he could probably use that with the lower fielding that he has. So training to the right side is a little bit high with 16, but he is a shortstop, so you do want more fielding, especially with only 57 base. So I'll leave it up to you to get a legend skill on him and then eventually retrain him for higher fielding and however his skills are oriented, and then getting a special trainer ticket on him in the near future. Machado 15, prime year for him. This is Machado's best year, I'm pretty sure. 18. He has an 18 All-Star card, which is the only way to get him as an Oriole. So technically that's his best Orioles card, but All-Star cards are so hard to come by and they really don't make much of an impact. But that Machado 18 would be nice to get. This 15 prime here, though, beautiful. Born to be a Star, barrel it up in Spotlight. Great skill set with high levels. And then the train to the right side, 15 to the right side, not bad. He's a third baseman, so having 8 to field's not the worst thing in the world. 18 to eye, 13 to power, and 11 to contact. I like that you went I1 since it is the lowest of the hitting stats. You did increase to contact. Would have thought you had Contact Master, but Born to be a Star would do just as good as Contact Master there, and a special trainer, home run hitter, all position option, which is really nice. So I'd say if you have a position option position option trainer for Machado for third base, and you don't have any other shortstop or third base position option special trainers for Gunnar Henderson, I would put this position option all on Henderson and then use a third base option position option special trainer for Machado instead. Great third baseman to have, though. Another prime, batting 7th in the order, we have Cedric Mullins from 2021. Only 14 to the right side, which is nice. He is your center fielder, so having higher fielding isn't terrible. 21 to power is beautiful. You took away from power and went for contact. Pretty good decision there, since he didn't get as much contact as you'd like on the train. Only 8 to contact, and then you went for 14 eye. Eye's a little bit low too, but this shouldn't be terrible if you don't have slugger instinct. You don't, so Born to be a Star with prediction's better for high eye. Since you went with higher contact, honestly looking for Contact Master would probably be better, and I'll leave that up to you. The special trainer here is power hitter with that catcher position option, so he doesn't get the position option, but still good to have that special trainer on him. And other than that, I would probably just get a better skill set. Born to be a Star, low level skill set. I would look for Contact Master and then train him accordingly. The 14 to the right side is great. Getting a little bit higher fielding for your center fielder and a little more speed isn't terrible, but he could definitely just use a better skill set looking down the line. 8th in the lineup is a Brady Anderson from 1996. This is one of the best hitting cards for the Orioles at a 73 base. Only 15 to the right side, 15 power, 14 eye, and 13 contact. Special training lines up nicely. Another home run hitter, special trainer right there. Position option for left fielders. If you wanted to, and honestly, I would do this. I would take the diamond trainer, or I would either switch. I would switch positions with Ott and Mullins and put Ott in center field. I know his fielding and speed aren't as great, but he could get that position option, and then Mullins in the corner outfield instead, and that way they can get all the position options. One of them probably won't, since you have 2 or 1 left field, so you can orient them however you'd like, but I'd like to get those position options if it were my team. So you could reorient the outfield and try to get those position options by moving Ott, Mullins, and Anderson around, but that was just my suggestion for you right there. Barrel it up Charisma and Master Base Thief. Barrel it up on him. I don't think he actually hits the bonus. He may barely just sneak past the 120 bonus or 220 bonus for barrel it up. Not the greatest to have on him, but he does need a legend skill in the future, so I assume you're working on that. No sweat here. This is a nice skill set with Charisma, and Master Base Thief's not the greatest, but it should do just fine for now. And he's 8th in your order, so he's not going to be taking as many at-bats as the other cards. And finally, you have Ryan Mountcastle, 2022, 15 to the right side. So I love that every train is either 15 or lower to the right side. I'd prefer 14 or 13 or lower, but it's a just a nitpick of mine. 22 to power, 12 to eye. His eye is a little bit low on the base stats, so maybe try to get that one in the future, but he's only a normal card, so just me speaking out loud and thinking there. Bad ball hitter, training junkie, and charisma. This is only a normal card for you and you're a free-to-play team. I could understand if you wanted to get a third gold skill on this, because it is a 3-3-3 set, but since he's only a normal card and he's batting 9th in your lineup, I would prioritize your skills probably on Mullins and Adley Rutschman to get laser beam instead. Then looking at your bench, you have the retired Hanser Alberto right here, a nice card that not many people get to see. I'm not sure if he's still in MLB or if he's permanently retired from the game, so this card may never ever see the light of day in this game ever again, but really cool to have. And we also have Adam Frazier 23 here, who has a SIG. I don't know how he got a SIG for this year. Decent hitting stats, but not anything great. He has chance maker on him as well. Jorge Mateo from 2022, contact master batting machine right there. 70 base overall, did really well in 2022 actually. Austin Hayes 23, believe he has a SIG for this year as well. Strategist barrel it up on the bench right there. And then finally, Cal Ripken Jr., who was one of the first, and I think in the first batch of historic players ever introduced to this game. Great train on him. I assume you had him in your lineup for a while until you got Henderson and Machado, or whoever your DH is right now, Mountcastle. Honestly, you know, it's hard to replace Mountcastle since he has a 3-3-3, but having Ripken in the lineup would be nice, so that way people can see him and you can show off your card. But he has batter's chemistry, so I understand keeping him on the bench is best for the time being. So great bench right there, great batting order, couple tweaks here and there. But now let's get into the pitching rotation. And in your starting rotation, first you have a Dylan Bundy from 2019. I have not seen Dylan Bundy in ages, and I mean like years, because he hasn't been in the game since probably 23 or 22. And it's nice seeing Dylan Bundy again. Not sure if this is his best year for the Orioles or not. He had a couple of signature years. I know he probably had 18, 17, and 16 maybe even. And then in 2020, I know he had an Orioles, not an Orioles, but an Angels signature. This is a great train right here though. 6 to stamina, 21 to velo. You took away from location and added to velo, but location gets that second special training, so it's not too bad that you took away from that. Preferably stamina. But this isn't the greatest starting pitcher, but since he's retired, it's cool to have him. Slow starter, last boss, and Dom at a 3-3-3. Personally, I would go for maxing out last boss because it does get nerfed, and even though it does get nerfed, boss has more of an impact than Dom will. Since Dom only increases the stats, boss decreases the opposing batter stats. You probably know this already, but I think boss would perform better. If you haven't experimented with that, maybe take a chance at it and try it out. If it doesn't work as well, then you can revert back with a skill reset ticket to the skill set, because it's a 3-3-3. You can't honestly go wrong. I just think last boss would be better as the level 8 skill. And other than that, this card is endgame, beautiful. And the only thing I would really say is maybe try not to take away from location, take away from stamina instead, and maybe even up the fastball and break, since it is below 130. It's a hard card to deal with since he's only 69 base, but I have to say an excellent starter in your rotation for your ace. Next up is Nolan Ryan here with overwhelming pressure. I didn't see what Bundy's was. Zone control, not a bad one. Overwhelming pressure is the best though, and this Nolan Ryan here looks really nice. A slow starter, finesse, last boss. Legends come with 3-3-3 skill sets already, and this one you went with last boss level 8. You do get the finesse pitcher bonus by quite a lot. 8 to stamina, a little bit high, not terrible though. 15 to location, 13 to velocity, and 14 to break. You could go for location 1, velocity 2, and then break 3. He still hits the bonus even with this train, but velocity is a little bit low. If it gets nerfed by charisma level 8, it's going to drop below 120, which isn't ideal, but it's hard with legend cards because they don't get signature bonuses. You could also put better trainers on him to increase that velocity, and it's good to have that position option. Some of them don't. I see you don't have the position option, so I would personally try to get better trainers for more velocity. And if you're going to do the base stat adjust ticket, I would just do it towards velocity, since he easily hits the finesse bonus with this train, even without the base stat adjust to location. I would take away from stamina and go with velocity instead if I were you. But other than that, skill set is immaculate, and Nolan Ryan, one of the best legend players and starting pitchers in this game. The back end of the rotation is still really solid. Base overall wise, not as great as the first two, or as Nolan Ryan, I should say. 6 to stamina here, Diamond Trainer with Dr. K, nice there. Would really wish that were overwhelming pressure, but it's so hard to get. Dr. K will do amazing. But yeah, 6 to stamina here, another great train. 15 location, 14 velocity, and 12 to fastball. Only a 68 base for Cobb. I have gotten his SIG before, and it's not great. I never had an Orioles team, but I've seen this SIG, and yeah, it's just hard to work with a card like this at a 68 base. A great skill set though, high levels, 332. You shorted Control Master, which is excellent. Dominant pitcher and finesse pitcher. I've heard people say that finesse and dom don't go well together. Let me know how this does for you, because I think he could really use it, especially with the lower base stats, and it looks like you do hit one of the bonuses. Actually, you may be very close to not getting either of them, but by the looks of it, you're going to hit finesse or dom either way. So a nice Alex Cobb card as a free-to-play team. You take a team signature any way you can, and unfortunately this one's not the best, but it should still perform well with a high-level skill set, a good diamond trainer, and a really solid train. Fourth in the rotation is Jordan Lyles from 22. He got removed from the game. Not sure if he's playing on an MLB team or in the minor leagues. Another low stamina train, which is what I love to see. Great job right there. And you got high to the right side as well, because yeah, the fastball and break is just not really great below 70 base overall, and the velocity is kind of lacking right there. You took away from location and went with break. Looks like you went for a finesse bonus. You did. You have fireballer, boss, and finesse. Love the levels right there. Still high levels, nasty pitch, decent gold trainer, and honestly nothing really to critique here other than could get higher levels, and he's not that great of a card, but you work with what you got. Like I said, nice fourth starter, good Jordan Lyles. And then fifth in the rotation is a Black Diamond Clayton Kershaw. I could totally understand seeing Kershaw in a non-team lineup. This is the best pitcher arguably in the game, 78 base overall. Good train on him, 8 to stamina, a little high like I said, but not terrible. Bat breaker right there, not a bad diamond trainer as well. Skill set is co-op, finesse, and mess. Co-op at high levels works okay, but ideally, you know, slow starter, control master, fireballer are what you want on your starting pitcher. Co-op though, I've had it at 3-3-3 on my Max Scherzer on my Rangers team. It works really well, and cleaning up your mess can be short. It doesn't have to be at level 7 or level 6. And then finesse pitcher level 8, that's a great S tier skill. He doesn't get the sig bonus or signature increase like the Orioles do, but because his base overall is so high, his stats are just really out of this world. So great job getting this Kershaw. Eventually in the future you could replace him with a different team card, but for now he's great to have as your fifth starter. And now getting into the bullpen, we have a couple of retired cards here. First we have Michael Givens from 2018. I remember when I pulled this card, I might have recorded it, I don't remember, it may be in one of my early Red Sox videos, but I just remember not liking this card because it's such a terrible base overall at 63, but congrats to you on getting him. It's a cool retired card. It's just not the greatest base overall. You got a good train on him. He has a decent diamond trainer with deception specialist, and he does hit one of the position option bonuses, so that's cool. Getting that break, so close to that 72. I don't understand why. Oh, sorry, base break. Sorry, I was looking at location. I thought, my bad, I was looking at the wrong base stat. Anyway, it's hard, it's going to be difficult to get that break up to 72. I think it's actually impossible to get it up to 72. So you went for higher location, and you have that first position option bonus, so that's good right there. Looking at the skills, co-op, finesse, and untouchable, it's a 3-3-1 by the looks of it. It's a little bit low. Co-op, I think this should still do well, but in the higher levels you're definitely going to get shelled with him since he has a low base overall, and the skill level is not the highest it can be. So it's a good skill set to run for now as a free-to-play team, and the diamond trainer should work well, and with these other gold trainers that will boost his fastball and velocity and break and all that other stuff, I think he'll do okay. It's just, you know, that lower base overall really kills this card. Next in the rotation for the relief pitchers is Tanner Scott from 2020, his best year with the Orioles. You have a diamond trainer on him, bat breaker as well, great job. And then 7 to stamina here, not a bad train at all. 67 base overall, higher to the right side, looks like he took away from velocity on the base stat adjust. Co-op with untouchable and pitching machine. Now this skill set I don't see doing as well as Givens because touch is really a third, and with my experience I haven't had good experience with touch on any relief pitchers. It always just seems to not have the same effect as it would on a starting pitcher, and even on starting pitchers touch doesn't really do as well as it used to. So co-op, touch, pitching machine, it's a B level skill set at best, I would grade it. So I would either green this, or if you don't have a lot of greens, I would personally look for bullpen day, control master, or a higher level co-op, and or even a slow starter set would do okay on him at higher levels than 3-3-1. But good Tanner Scott here. I just don't think he's going to do as good as you want him. He probably has anywhere between a 4 and a 3.5 and a 5 ERA if I had to guess. So good card, could use better skills though. And getting into the middle relievers now, we have BJ Ryan from 04, one of the best relief pitchers for the Orioles at a 68 base, 4 to stamina, 15 velocity, 14 locations. Special training lines up nicely. You took away from stamina, added to break right there. That's nice. Bullpen day boss and power pitcher, low levels, but bullpen day is good. Could work on getting higher levels eventually. Deception specialist, nice. Special trainer right there. Boss S tier, bullpen day S tier. Just a little bit low on the levels, but nothing to sneeze at right there. Jim Johnson from 2012 just got removed from the game. You took away from fastball and gave to velocity on the base stat adjust, 7 to stamina, and then Dr. K, not one of the best, actually one of the lower ends, but if you don't have any other ones better than this, I would definitely use it. And he's in middle relief, so it's not going to have as much of an impact. Slow starter, finesse, and boss. Now this at a 3-3-3 on a relief pitcher should do well. Finesse and boss will be okay. And since he is middle relief, he's going to be pitching multiple innings most likely, so this is actually a smart strategy. Having slow starter in the middle relief will do pretty well, or fairly well, at least keeping your team in the game for a longer period of time before he runs out of stamina. So going finesse 8, another thing where I'm like, it can work, but I prefer boss since it gets nerfed more often. Finesse in the higher levels also does get nerfed, but my preference is boss going level 8, but 3-3-3 slow starter on a middle reliever, this should perform very well. Third middle reliever is Andrew Miller from 2014. I think this is the best overall relief pitcher for the Orioles by base stats, 6 to stamina and 14 velocity and location. Good high break and high velocity, or high fastball as well. His base fastball and break are high already, so this is that much more just stacking it up. Finesse, dom, and mess, 3-3-3 on your last relief pitcher. You don't have a legend skill on him, but that should do just fine. And mess isn't a bad skill. He's a middle reliever. Like I said, middle relief pitching doesn't really need as much attention as your setup role, especially when you're winning. And then finally, in your long relief role, you got Bautista with pitcher's chemistry, 3-3-3 with inning eater and mess. And inning eater's not going to do anything really, and unless you're getting blown up, he's going to come into the game. And cleaning up your mess, I guess, is a good skill to have on this long reliever, but inning eater's just like, yeah, not going to do anything because his normal stamina is so low at 81. And you know, he's got a chemistry skill set, so it's not the worst thing in the world. It's actually the best possible case scenario. And getting at 3-3-3 is actually really nice, because eventually you can use green tickets and max him out if you have nobody else to do, but that'll wait later down the line. 7 to stamina here, good train. Base stat adjust doesn't really matter, but nice Bautista card, 68 base. I think this is his best year as well for the Orioles, so a nice PChem guy. And then finally, your closer is Brad Brack from 2017. Only 2 to stamina, very beautiful train. I have to hand it to you right there. That's not easy to do with only 2 to stamina. And then looking at the skill set, pitching coordinator, untouchable, and fireballer. Interesting. Let me know how this does. I have no knowledge really when it comes to pitching coordinator. I'm not well experienced with it. It's still a fairly new skill, and you have it at level 8. So let me know how this does with fireballer and untouchable. I don't like untouchable as a third skill, but that's just my preference. It may work well with pitching coordinator though. Some skills combined work very well and others don't. Beats me why that happens, but sometimes it is the way it is. But this is a nice skill set by the looks of it. Fireballer and pitching coordinator I think would do pretty well, but let me know if this does well for you and for your closer role. Train is amazing, skills are amazing by the looks of it, and then the nasty pitch special trainer here with a position option all is really cool and nice on your closer as well. But that's going to do it for this team. Thank you, Mikey, for letting me review your Orioles team. And guys, if you do want your team reviewed, please feel free to join my memberships, any of them down below. If you could click the join button, there is a monthly subscription, but if you don't feel like that, you don't have to do that. But if you do want your team showcased, I do ask that you join memberships, and I'm glad to review your team once you do. But with that said and done, that's it for the showcase. Let's now get into what we have for today's video. Level 1. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. 2018 Fireballs here, back with another MLB 9 Innings 25 video. We're on a Twins team today, and I don't think I've ever done a video on a Twins team, but shout out to DNax on Discord for allowing me to use his team for today. He runs a Minnesota team, as you guys can see here. He has a couple of team signatures that are diamond in the pitching rotation, and he has a lot of gold starting pitcher, or not starting pitchers, but gold signature pitchers, and he has one gold signature batter. We'll be grade increasing one of those today. He also has signature SIG player packs, we have Prime player packs that we're going to open up, and I just can't thank him enough. Thank you, DNAX, for letting me use your team. I really do appreciate it. He has some retired cards on his bench as well. Eduardo Escobar here, not many people see him anymore because he's not playing for any MLB team, and Aaron Hicks, who is no longer in the league at the current moment. So pretty cool stuff right here. His pitchers are really nice. He has a Nolan Ryan legend with Untouchable Boss and Mess. I'll also be grade increasing, or sorry, taking one of these cards to Black Diamond. Right now I'm really leaning towards Sonny Gray or Tyler Mahle right here, since their skill sets aren't great. His train is amazing, got a decent diamond trainer as well on Sonny Gray, and Mahle right here, not as they really have no skill sets. So either one of these I'm leaning towards grade increasing, but more not grade increasing, but Black Diamonding, because more I'm leaning more towards Sonny Gray because he has a better train, and he has really not the greatest skill set with that 1 gold compared to Mahle, who doesn't have a much better skill set, but it's a toss-up, honestly. And then for the grade increase, he has a grade increase that I can use. I'm really tossed up and mixed between Thielbar, Rogers, and Max Kepler here. Kepler has a better year in 19. He only has 2 years, and this is one of the 2 years. It's the worser one out of the 2. He does have a Kepler Prime in his league lineup right now. He also has a Rogers Prime in his lineup right now. Now the Rogers lineup, or the Rogers card, is the same year as this signature, and Thielbar only has 1 SIG year as well. So there are benefits and there are pros and cons to both, or all 3 of the gold signatures getting grade increased. But that's my idea, that's my perspective. We'll see what we get. Let's look at the inventory here. We have 6 SIG player packs, a couple of Prime player packs, Team Selective Diamond player packs, and we also have that 3000 star signature player pack from the pack shop. So let's get straight into this right here with the silvers, and as we go along, we'll see what we'll do. We have a lot of premium skill change tickets on this team as well, 104 to be exact. So when we Black Diamond one of these cards, if we don't get any legend skills that are useful, I would be shocked. But hopefully that doesn't happen like it happened on my Rangers team. I used over 100 premiums and I got absolutely nothing. There's a vintage Gubiska right there, or Gubiska. I don't know how to say that last name actually. Mark Gubiska, or Gubiksa. I think that's how you say it. Let me know if you guys know how to pronounce that last name in the comment section down below. But that's our first special card of the video. Let's see if we can get any more special cards. Primes for this team, like I said, he has Rogers and he has Kepler. Some other primes that are no longer in the game. Jack Morris used to be in the game. He has one of his cards in the backups, but I don't know if he has his prime. I forgot to check. I don't think he does. I know he has a normal card of his, but not in the game anymore. Did I say? I don't even know who I said. Did I say Jack Morris? I think that was a Cardinals card. I think John Mays was who I meant to say. But let's do 40 more or 30 more of these premium player packs. We got our first diamond. That was Zach Eflin right there. So nice to see. Let me know how your guys' pack luck has been. Summer is rolling around. School's just about finished. But I'm excited to get into the summer. I'm looking forward to better luck. And the luck has already been heating up on my other teams. I'm hoping to get a team sig for him in this video for DNAX. There's a Tino Martinez right there. Another vintage. Let's do one more set of 10 and then we'll get into the other special packs that he has. This last set we get 2 golds, very nice. Let me know how your guys' pick'em streaks are going. I haven't had any fortune ever since my D-backs 13 streak got ruined last week. I just can't get back on track, so it's been really a rough time. Let's do this. Let's go Twins. Let's remember what team we're on. I don't want to forget and do the wrong team. Boom, we get a diamond. Let's go. Let's see if it's a useful card that we can put into his lineup. We get Bailey Ober from last year. That is a good base overall starting pitcher. I'm going to save that. It's a decent grade increase, but that might be an upgrade, and we'll see if he will be an upgrade. Next set of 10 team selective packs here. No special cards by the looks of it, and no golds, in fact. Joe Mauer 14 right there. I believe he has Joe Mauer's prime in the lineup as well. Joe Mauer, a goated card for the Twins. And last set right here, Kwiatkowski right there. He has a normal Kwiatkowski, but I don't think he has him as a diamond yet. That'd be a nice card to get from the Team Select diamond packs. Now moving on, we have premium vintage player packs. Can we see a legend? Can we get Burt Blyleven? That would be that would be fantastic. And no orange glow. All right. Any twins at all? We see Chili Davis from 1991 right there. That is nice. We'll save that for upgrades, possibly. He does have Kirby Puckett from the Historic Player Draw event, so that is nice. He already took him to Black Diamond, and he's maxed out, I'm pretty sure. He just needs a skill set, but Nice that he got Kirby Puckett. No twins out of this last set of 4 premium vintage player packs. Let's move on now to ultimate player packs. 25 of these. I'm going to say we get 1 diamond out of the first set. Just one singular diamond. No, we get 2 and a prime. That is way over expectations. Let's see who these are. Flipping them over, we get a Devin Williams 23. That's a brand new prime right there. 67 base for the Brewers. He's pitching for the Yankees now. Sean Murphy from last year didn't play a lot of games, was injured most of the time. And then Johnny Lasagna from 2019, Jonathan Loizaga, more well known as. But nice Devin Williams prime right there. Let's see, next set of 10 here. We don't get any diamonds, which kind of sucks. Let's see, another prime though. Let's go. It's behind my camera, so let's just flip it and see who it is. It is a Trevor Story 2018 Rockies card. I've seen this card multiple times in the past years of playing. Solid 74 base, actually more than solid. He's a really excellent prime card for the Rockies. One of the best cards, hitting cards that is, for the Rockies in general. Last set of 5 right here, 2 primes and 2 diamonds out of 25. I'll count those primes as diamonds, so we got 4 special cards in total from those packs. Not bad odds at all. Ultimate team selects here. Let's do it. Can we get a diamond? No diamond. All right. Let's see who we get here in these packs. Any upgrades? Kenta Maeda 21. I know he has a 2020 card of his. I think it's a diamond. It might be in his rotation already. And then an Everyday Eddie Gordardo right there from 02. All right, let's do diamond player selected packs. We'll open up 5 of these since he has 15. There's a Brock Stewart from 24. That's probably not cracking the bullpen though and making it in. So I'm going to refresh and see if we can get a prime. And next set here, a couple of Cubs, but no Twins. Let's go with the Tucker from 23, 73 base overall. Verlander's kind of tempting to take 2. Tucker doesn't have a great grade increase, but we'll take him anyway since he's a good batter. I don't know if he's finished or DNAX is finished with special training or mentor level training on this team, but I'll take him just in case. That is a great Bautista. I don't think that's his prime year, but that is insane power. You could, if you took a base stat adjust, you could get that up to 94, which is ridiculous. A lot of 2024 cards here. Iglesias, Shelby Miller, and Stratton. Let's refresh. Can we get a twin? We get a Tonkin from 14. It's not great though. Terrible relief pitcher. We'll take the Tonkin since he is a team card though, and maybe just probably use him for special training in the future. DNAX will probably do that. Next selective pack here, we get a couple Blue Jays, no Twins here. Let's refresh again. And we see a Barrios 19. So seeing a lot of Twins cards, which is nice. We'll take him right there. Not his best year with the Twins. I think 18 or 17 is. And I think he has his prime year as well. So that can be used for upgrades or for mentor down the line. Next diamond player selective, Ohtani 24. Beautiful hitting card right there. I want to take that. And Sevy 17 is another great base overall card. Some really excellent pulls right here. Alexis Diaz for the Reds, and then Shane Bieber for the Cleveland Guardians. But I have to refresh, looking for Twins. There we go. That worked out. There's a Brent Rortbert right there. But we'll take the prime. We'll take Schwarber right here. Glad I refreshed that and didn't take the Ohtani. Prime is much more valuable than a normal card. And finally, the last diamond player selective pack here, and no Twins out of the first set. Let's refresh. Can we get last refresh luck? And no, we don't. So that one prime was nice to see. We'll take the Vladdy Guerrero Jr. And not a bad haul, honestly, from those diamond player selective packs. I'll take what we got from that. And now moving on to team selected diamond player packs here. 10 of them. Let's see primes. Let's see a legend or an upgrade. All right, no prime, no legend. Let's see if we can get a vintage or an upgrade, a card that will replace somebody in the lineup. And we get Buxton 20. Not quite sure if that's his best year. Hitting wise, I want to say it is. That I is low, but the base stats are good. Mauer 09 is insane, but I think he has his prime card like I mentioned, and I don't know if that's going to go in. Bailey Ober from 23, not as good as the 24. A Barrios 17, which I think that's his prime year. And the rest of these cards aren't really impressive. A lot of below 60 base overalls. There's a Rob Ref Snyder, Red Sox champion right there. Thielbar that could be used for upgrades. And a Brent Rooker for the Twins. Forgot he played for the Twins. So Buxton and Barrios may be okay. Buxton really might be the only one that could go in the lineup, but I'm not too sure. Let's do the League Selective Prime Player Pack and the other Prime Player Packs, though. Going American League, since the Twins are in the American League. Let's see if we can get lucky and pull a twin. Not sure which twins we need, but any twin would be amazing to see. First one, we get a Travis Hafner 06, same division, wrong team. One of the oldest primes in the game, by the way. Love to see Travis Hafner. Let's do the 3 Prime Player Packs. We can open them all at the same time now. And one is a diamond. Let's go. How many diamonds, just one. All right, we'll do the diamond last. Let's peek the stats on the silvers. We get a batter here. We get a starting pitcher with low velocity here. I'm guessing that's Wang. I don't know who else has low stamina or low... actually, that may not be Wang. Wang would probably have like 69 velocity. I could be wrong. And then we have a hitter for the diamonds. Let's do the silver on the left first. We get Andrew Benintendi, Benny Biceps from 2018 on the Red Sox. He's actually doing decent on the White Sox right now. I gotta hand it to him. Next card in the middle, Carl Pavano. Another Carl Pavano. I can't believe how many times I've actually gotten this card. He has low base velocity at 67 though. And the diamond, can this be a twin? This would be absolutely crazy. It is a Alex Bregman 19, 75 base. That is an impressive, insanely impressive card right there. I don't actually have him on my Astros team. I would like that eventually, but that was a nice pull. Now we have the team selected Diamond Prime Player Pack. Let's actually look and see which ones we need. Let's go by type here. By the looks of it, he doesn't have any Twins Primes. He does have, I mean on the bench or on the reserves, he has Kepler, Mauer, Morneau, and he has a Trevor Rogers, Taylor Rogers. Forgive me if I mess up his name. I always get mixed up. I can never remember it. And then he has a dupe Kepler right there. But it doesn't look like he has any other Twins Primes besides the ones in the lineup. Let's look at the collection. Let's see who he doesn't have, and let's see who we need to get. Kwiatkowski, Dozier, Correa would be nice, even Luis Arias. And then for the pitching side of things, Joe Nathan, I think he has actually on the reserves for his pitchers. Pablo Lopez, Kyle Gibson, and those two I think are the only ones that he need for pitchers, that being Lopez and Gibson. So let's see who we can get. Chances aren't high. It's honestly a 50-50. Let's go Twins, Diamond Prime player. Who's it going to be? I'm not going to peek. We're going to flip it around. Let's see if it's a new one. It is a Rogers dupe, unfortunately. So we didn't get a new one. That's kind of upsetting, but we still have SIG player packs. Let's see if we can get a new Twins card. We'll still be upgrading one of these cards to Diamond and then one of the SIGs to Black Diamond. But let's do this. 3,000 stars, signature player pack. Can we get lucky with this? It is not a diamond. We get a silver. Let's flip it over. Can it be a twin? We get an Aaron Harang 07 for the Cincinnati Reds. Great starting pitcher for them. Was one of the new cards added last year at a 72 base. And not a card that I've seen that often, but Aaron Harang. If any of you out there are born before 2003, you probably know the name Aaron Harang. I don't think we have enough for a mileage SIG, only 5,000 mileage, so we won't be doing that. Now, let's do this. 6 regular SIG player packs. Can we get a diamond here? We do. Let's go. A twin would be massive. 2 golds, a diamond, and 3 silvers. Let's do the 3 silvers on the top first, left to right. First silver is a Rogers. We get Tyler Rogers. Don't think that's the same guy. I know they're brothers, Tyler and Trevor. Okay, now maybe I can make the distinction. This is Tyler, the twin is Trevor. I hope I can remember that. My memory is such like bird brain memory. Next card in the middle, we get a Nettles 77, Greg Nettles for the Yankees, a third base card, not the greatest third base card. Still a decent overall at 71 though. Vintage 1-year card as well. Next silver to the right of Nettles is another vintage. It's a Hoyt Wilhelm for the Baltimore Orioles. He is a starting pitcher. He has a closing pitcher card for the White Sox. I'm pretty sure this is a nice starting pitcher though. Could be good for workhorse, high stamina. So using a base stat adjust would be pretty neat for that card. Now the golds and the silver, or sorry, the golds and the diamond. Let's do the gold on the left of the diamond. We get a Kershaw 17, 75 base, one of his best years. Actually, 3rd or 4th best year, if I'm not mistaken. Great pull right there. Not a Dodgers team, unfortunately, though. Still no massive trolls for me. I'd like that Kershaw, but it's not the best Kershaw. Gold on the right is a Josiah Gray for the Washington Nationals. 5 ERA that year in 2022. Nationals were not good that year. Honestly, not a lot to choose from. And the diamond in the middle. Can it be a twin? We get a Brewer Brandon Woodruff from 2021. That is a beautiful starting pitcher. And I don't know if Brandon Woodruff's doing as well. I think he's been dealing with a lot of injuries. That is a sick card, though. Now, with all the sick player packs open, let's get into combos. All right, here we are with SIG combos. Let's do them. They're all golds, and we have one diamond. Let's start off with Eovaldi, Harang, and Rogers here. First combo of the day. Let's see like a Jose Duran, or I don't even know. Let's see a Joe Mauer SIG. Why not? 3, 2, 1. First card we get is a Rafael Devers 2021 for the Boston Red Sox. I have a Devers on my Red Sox team, so that's not a really big troll for me. Would like that to craft, but Devers has a lot of 66 base overall cards, and this is one of them. Let's now do another 3 gold combo. Let's see if we can get a vintage from this one. A vintage twin would be nice. Let's see if we can get Kirby Puckett. That'd be insane. Second combo here. 3, 2, 1. We get the guy I can't pronounce his name. It's a vintage, so nice. We can do a 3 gold vintage combo. That same royal vintage that we pulled earlier in the video. 72 base. Really good starting pitcher for them. Not bad at all. All right, now final combo. Can we end off with a twin? And if not, we will be grade increasing one of the golds. Let's do this here. 3, 2, 1. Last one we get a Jose Suarez 21 from the Los Angeles Angels. That is not a good SIG, honestly. 68 base, low base velocity, stamina, and fastball. And yeah, just not an ideal one for Angels teams. But with all of those now out of the way, we can grade increase one of these cards. Now, give me a moment, guys. I'm going to really look into this and see which one would be the best, and I'll be right back. So after a few minutes of thinking this over, I've decided that it honestly would be probably best to take Max Kepler to Diamond. Either one of the 3 could be beneficial, but looking at it and looking at all the cards, Rogers has 3 SIGs, and the 19 he has right now is the best. He does have him in the middle relief though, and relief pitchers aren't going to make as much of an impact as batters are. He also has Thielbar, but he has his normal card in the lineup already and has actually a decent skill set in the setup role, so I don't want to, it's very minor, the differences with these cards that are in the lineup compared to the signatures right now. Kepler though, he has his prime. It's really a toss-up. Like I was saying, guys, it's really a toss-up, but I'm gonna go with Rogers here. Sorry, not Rogers, but I'm gonna go with Kepler because I really don't see it being as, like, it's very slim. The amount of like improvement is very slim, but the signature, I'm just hoping he doesn't pull a Kepler 19, which would be kind of upsetting. But we're going to speed up the video. Let's grade increase Kepler and let's get him developed, and then we're also going to take a card to Black Diamond. I'm going to take Sunny Gray to Black Diamond. So let's speed it up, let's get skills on these cards, and let's develop them to the best we can.
Invincible.
That is, wow. Okay, that's a great skill set right there. Love that on Sonny Gray, but come on, man. Max Kepler, I honestly don't know what to do with him. There's a few more resources left that could be used on him. Levels on Strategist are pretty good, but I have no idea how Strategist does. I'm not confident in Strategist, honestly. And then Contact Master, his base contact is a little low. I'm not gonna really develop him any further. I'm just gonna stick with what Sonny Gray has. Dnax, I'll let you work on Max Kepler how you want to, but this is gonna be absolutely magnifique on Sonny Gray. Slow starter, finesse pitcher, boss. Like, you can't honestly ask for anything better. You're just sadly gonna have to retrain him for finesse, even though he has low stamina, but I think it's gonna be worth the retrain, because that is just a nasty starting pitcher skill set. Honestly, you're probably going to put him in place of Ryan, because Ryan doesn't have a great skill set at the current moment. It's not better than Sonny Gray's right now. And yeah, that's just a wonderful skill set. Let's take Kepler though and throw him in for the prime. He already sits at a 117 overall, so only one overall lower. Actually, he's in down condition, so he's at a 120 overall. He's better than the prime already as a black diamond. And you can take the skill set and do what you want with it. Use greens or blues, but this is what I'm going to leave it at for now. Thank you, Dnax, again for letting me use your team. I hope you're satisfied with what I've done, and I'll let you have all the fun and do the rest with whatever you want with your player cards. But guys, if you did enjoy watching this video, please leave a like down below, hit share, and subscribe. Feel free to check out the other MLB 9 Innings YouTubers in the description box down below. They make great MLB 9 Innings videos. I know you guys would enjoy their videos, and they would really appreciate your guys' support. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram, Reddit, and Discord. I have links to those in my description box. If you guys also want me to do a video on your team, feel free to message me on Discord. I have a criteria that you need to follow in order for me to do a video on your team, but if you're interested in that, please message me on Discord or leave a comment down below in the comment section, but preferably Discord, since it is easier to private message you there and to discuss things without everybody else knowing. With all that said and done though, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your guys' day. God bless you all. Jesus loves you guys. He died for your sins. I'll see you guys in the next video.